I would like to point out that all the male comedians on the bill tonight are wearing condoms throughout the show, because I think that condoms are definitely the most effective form of contraception, because I always think, well, if I've got to use a condom, I don't think I'll bother, really. But you do have to make an effort, really, to use condoms. And since all this AIDS thing, it was some years since I'd used condoms, so I went and dug a few old ones out. Well, I didn't dig them out, obviously. Well, I did. I'd buried them for some reason. Anyway, I dug them out, and it turned out they were past their fuck-by date. So I thought, well, I better buy some more. And there is this thing about men being embarrassed about going into shops and buying. I wasn't. I bowled straight into the shop. I said, give me a big packet of condoms now, please. And she said, well, no, this is a greengrocer's. So I said, oh, well, a roll of cling film will do then, Right, anyway, well, we've established that I'm a bit of a slob. So let's bring on the first act of the second half here now. He is funny, and you're about to find out just how funny he is as you welcome onto the stage, Mr. Mark Steele.
Right, first of all then, we'll just find out, if it is sort of all yuppies here and people like that, are you all from London, from round this area at all, or not? Good, because I think Londoners are the most miserable people in the whole country. You can probably tell... What's that? Someone at the back. Miserable bollocks. Oh, miserable, mate. It's quite a slow heckle, really. It's probably heckling the last act where you just worked it out. I think we are completely miserable, the worst people, because the worst part about being Londoners is we never speak to anybody for a start, right? Especially not strangers. We don't trust them. It gets really confusing if we go to somewhere like Yorkshire, because you walk into a shop and they go, hello mate, how you doing? You think, what's he after? Sort of mug me, is he, eh? I come from just up the road, really, a part of London called Brixton, which you've no doubt all heard of, and I don't know, some of you from the answers of that thing probably moving in there soon, I don't know, but that was the same heckle again, wasn't it? The same one as last time. There's nothing wrong with living in Brixton at all, actually. It's a fine place to live. The only bad bit about living there is whenever you tell people where you live, they go, shh. I reckon I could go somewhere like the middle of the Iran-Iraq war. Someone would come up and say, where is it you are living? Brixton. Dodgy. I'm sure there's a reason as well. You get all these sort of strange people wandering about, and I think there's a really simple reason that they never let on about why so many people act in this odd way, and I think it's that people don't drink enough. I think if people drank a lot more than they did, you wouldn't get a lot of the problems that you get in the world. Because that's the only time you see a real person is when they're drunk, I'm sure. Because all the while people are sober, that's not the real them. So sober people are always going, no. Well, I'd quite like to do that, but... No, I'd better not. No, she's only 15, I don't think. When you're drunk, you don't care about any of this, right? Because what happens, this is what they never tell you, is inside your body, there's a little man that lives there, inside there. And the reason he's there is to stop you doing all the things you really like doing. So say you're at a bus stop and everyone's pushing and shoving for the bus, right? There's someone about 7 foot tall, turns around, smashes you in the face. And you turn around to shout at them, and the little man says, now come along, think about your asthma, okay? You're only 5'8" and you're pathetic. It's silly, really, isn't it? And this little man lives in your liver. And all the alcohol, when you get drunk, goes down through all these different bits of tubes and pouches and bits of blobs and things in your body and goes into your liver and drowns him for the night. So the first thing that happens when you're drunk, there's nothing in the world you're not capable of doing. Nothing. You were sitting in the pub listening to people, you say, what did you say? What did you say you're doing tomorrow in the morning, did you just say? You're going to have your house rebuilt. I'll do it. Take me 5 minutes, give me a quiz. Where are you going? Where are you going off to tomorrow? You just said, where? Brazil. I'll come with you. And all this rubbish just starts pouring out of your mouth. There's nothing you can do to stop it at all, is there? And then if we all took our clothes off in the world, everyone at once have to be, obviously, there wouldn't be any nuclear bombs, would there? How could we have them if everyone was naked? There'd be no bombs, would there? The trouble is, when you're coming out with rubbish like this, inside yourself and you're drunk, you can hear your head talking to the mouth. And your head's going, OK, mouth, that's quite enough. Now just shut the fuck up, can you please? Your mouth don't take any notice. The government would resign. Could they? Because there'd be clothes over the road and everything. OK, mouth, this is your last warning. Now just shut it or I'm going to... And then we'd have to... Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll get really into it. They'll start dancing to the jukebox. Oh, they're laughing at me. They like me in this place. Go up to complete strangers, go, you're a bloody good mate to me, you are. I'm glad I've met you. You're good to me. And then I start like telling them these secrets that you shouldn't let on about. Like, that's Sandra, she's good for you. You've done well. I'll think about her when I masturbate. Just subtly changing the subject slightly. One job really that appeals to me living in this sort of bit, being a Londoner from around this area, which if you're listening to the record won't make any sense at all. You might be listening to it in Newcastle. Better record. What sort of fucking area is London this then? So in this area of Battersea, Lavender Gardens, just on the corner, first on the right up Lavender Hill, then there's one job really that does appeal to me, and that is being a barber for some reason. Well, I'll tell you what the reasons are. You're going to have to edit this completely, aren't you? I'm fucking this up completely. I like making it really awkward for the editors. Bollocks. There's one job that really does appeal to me in living in this. What the bloody hell are you laughing at in the middle of the fucking sentence there, mate? There's one job that does appeal to me, and maybe I can do this bit in the road outside later. Being a barber quite appeals to me, really, for two reasons, really, in this area, South London, and that is... Because when I was in North London, I fancied being a bricklayer. I fancy being a barber for two reasons. Like, the barber I go to, he's brilliant. He's really inspiring about the job. He's got two most important qualifications you need to be a barber in the area. First of all, he's from Cyprus. Essential. But more important than that, he's able to go up to thousands of different people from different ages and races and sexes and go up to any of them and talk complete rubbish to all of them. And he's got a special catchphrase, because they learn that you've got to agree with everything the customer says. So he's got a special catchphrase he's learned. He goes, best thing, and agrees with it. Doesn't matter what you've said, he agrees with it. He tries it out. Where you go for holiday this year, so you going to wear good for holiday? Yes, going to Greece, actually. Best thing, good idea, go to Greece. Why stay in stinky London and bloody stinky people? They muck you up all the bloody time with their stinky lead in the petrol. They make you sick and puke and vomit. You go to bloody Greece, it's beautiful with the ouzo and everything. Give you a lovely taste and it's cheap, and the shish kebab and the beautiful women and everything. The deep blue sea and the shellfish and everything. The museum and everything. Beautiful, what you call lovely holiday, best thing. Oh no, that was last year. I hated it. I'm going to Torquay this year. Best thing, stay in England. Why go to Greece? Stinky foreigner. Reap you off of their bloody time with their fatty, mucky, shish kebab. They make you sick and puke and heave, and the bloody ouzo give you stinky headache, taste like methylated, what you call it, best thing spirit, and make you sick, and the bloody stay in what you call beautiful England. Torquay is Devonshire cream tea, and the lovely, what you call lovely deep blue, and the seashell and everything. A lovely, what you call best thing holidays. Yeah. Then I'm going naked shark hunting. Best thing, bit of excitement while you're young. You wrestle with the shark rip all your limb off. It's best thing, save money, suntan lotion. Good idea. Right, that's all from me tonight. Thanks very much for listening.
Mark Steele.